I keep the curtains half open in Emma's room. Morning light still knows its way in. It drifts the way dust does when it's forgotten how to settle. It should feel peaceful in here. It doesn't. It feels paused. 5-year-olds don't leave behind silence. They leave weather systems waiting for somewhere to go. People say that time heals. I think time just numbs your fingers enough that you can carry the same weight a little further. We tried for years for the chance to be this tired, this overwhelmed, this happy. When she finally came, our miracle, Evan built her crib himself. I remember him sanding the corners at 2 a.m. like the wood might bruise her. He managed dispatch downtown. I managed launches, deadlines, people who treated emergencies like sport. We were both tethered to phones that never went dark. But everything orbited her. She was our world. She died in July. I won't linger in the details, but I won't pretend them away either. Backyard, sprinkler, her laugh cracking open the whole summer. Water went down the wrong way. She said she was tired. She went to bed. She never woke up. They called it secondary drowning, a phrase that feels like it should come with instructions for how to live afterward. It didn't. We packed her toys, folded the pink birthday banner she insisted stay up all year, put it on the top shelf beside the bandages, because everything that hurts ends up there. We couldn't talk about healing, but we could make a project. So we digitized her life. Evan had always filmed first steps, zoo trips, the time a goat tried to negotiate for her granola bar. We bought cables, stacked cookbooks under the TV because the angle mattered suddenly, and we pressed for a few days. It helped. Turns out you can warm your hands over a fire that's already gone out. We mapped a timeline on the kitchen whiteboard, moments that hurt less than others, moments we weren't ready for. When we reached her 5th birthday, we poured wine, moved the coffee table closer so our knees could touch, told ourselves we were strong enough. We hadn't watched this one yet. It was the last big event before July. The living room filled the screen, balloons tied to chairs, streamers sagging like they'd tried too hard. My mother-in-law with strawberries, my sister wearing a paper hat because Emma had declared that hats were mandatory for happiness. Evan adjusted the camera, that little grunt he made when he was focusing. Me, off camera, ready, sweetie? Then the song, awful, perfect. The way families sound when they're trying too hard not to ruin the moment. Emma's fingers fluttered over her candles. She beamed at everyone, soaking it in, like she understood how to hold the whole room. "Aw," someone murmured. And then, the last line, "Happy birthday to you." But the singing stopped meaning anything, because a voice sliced through it, calm, close, female. "She'll be dead in a year." We froze. The kind of stillness where even your heartbeat pulls back from you. Evan rewound, played it again. Same moment, same tone, same sentence. I felt my pulse in my teeth. He turned the volume up, down, pressed his ear to the speaker as if proximity would change the math. I listed every person who was there, and no voice matched, not even close. "It's probably the TV," he said, "or a phone, something picking up something." During happy birthday? My voice sounded wrong, like someone else was speaking through me. He looked small. Maybe? We made a list, 18 names, called everyone. No one remembered anything strange. I asked for photos, clips. Most were gone. Old phones traded in, cloud accounts expired. The modern world is full of memories built to disappear. Then I found a disposable camera in the junk drawer. 2 shots left. "I thought we used this," I said. "We did," he answered, but too quickly. 3 days later, the pharmacy called. Most of the pictures were ruined, color bleeding, corners warped, time itself smudging their edges. One showed Emma right before blowing out the candles, her cheeks glowing like she discovered light was a game she could play. One showed my sister mid-blank, looking like she was smiling away, something she wasn't. And then there were the last two. The first, the cake already cut, the pink frosting turned the color of bruised fruit. The second was the room. Wide shot, everyone there, faces blurred by motion. A distortion that wasn't quite motion blur, wasn't quite light leak either. And in the far corner, near the curtains, a figure. No, a shape that suggested a figure the way a shadow suggests an object you can't quite place. Long hair, head angled wrong. Not twisted, just wrong. Like someone guessing which way a head was supposed to turn and getting it close, but not correct. The light from the window broke around it. Not blocked, not cast. Broken. For a second, I thought the picture was tearing itself. It's nothing, said Evan. But something in his voice cracked, a hairline fracture running through the word nothing. We fought that night without ever raising our voices. That careful, surgical kind of anger you use when you're afraid of damaging whatever's left. Why would you save that camera, he said. I didn't. You called everyone. You made it weird, he said. You want me to pretend it's not in the photo? I asked. I want you to want a life where it's not everything, he said. He slept in the office. I slept exactly nowhere. The next morning, I brought the tape to Adam from IT, our audio guy. He didn't smirk, didn't joke, just listened. He zoomed into the waveform, expression tightening. It's not overdubbed, he said. Same room tone, same noise floor. Whoever spoke was close to the mic, like really close. My stomach folded in on itself. He narrowed his eyes. Here's the weird part, he said. Internal timestamp thinks the clip was recorded a year later. A year after her birthday? I asked. He shrugged. Could be clock drift, battery glitch, but the recording itself is authentic. He explained psychoacoustics, auto gain bloom, spatial pickup, a string of technical truths that failed to erase the impossible one. That night, I found Evan at the whiteboard. He'd drawn the room from memory. X's where people stood, a circle by the curtains. He didn't look at me when he asked, did Adam think it was fake? No, I said. We both held that lie like it was the only thing keeping the house upright. We called people again, listened for that voice in their throats. Nothing. A friend said she thought someone had murmured by the window that day. Thought it was me. The neighbor's doorbell cam glitched during the cake. The timestamp rolled to 0 like the camera forgot what moment it was in. His Wi-Fi does that sometimes, he says. Normal things, normal explanations. We made dinner, didn't touch it. At midnight, the photo sat between us on the carpet like a map from a place we'd never been. I felt cold looking at that corner of the room. A cold with shape. Later, in Emma's room, I slid the tape back into its case, put it on her shelf. The air felt too still, like the house was holding its breath. I pressed play, the party, the song, the candles, and that line, she'll be dead in a year. But this time, underneath it, something else surfaced. A giggle, a small, quick giggle, impossible to place. Like it came from behind me, not the tape. We never solved it. Maybe someone leaned in. Maybe grief teaches your brain to rearrange sounds it can't bear. Maybe timestamps lie because they learned it from the people who make them. Adam sent one more message. Calm voices cut through noise. Auto gain blooms whispers. Interlacing can distort motion. Clocks drift. None of this means you imagine what you heard. I read it 3 times. Grief doesn't fade. It just changes the pitch the world hums at. And sometimes when the house is too quiet, I sit in her room, let the birthday party roll in my mind again. Not that sentence, not the shadow, but her giggle. And some nights, when I'm not thinking about the tape at all, I hear it again, soft, close behind me. I don't turn around. Some losses never release us. They just learn where to stand in the room. Grief changes shape long before it fades, settling into ordinary moments in quiet rooms in ways that shift as you do. People learn to live beside it, not beyond it, taking uneven steps on days that hurt more and days that hurt less. Part of that process is giving yourself space, allowing the time, softness, and the patience to handle things in the way you're able. And even when the weight never fully leaves, most eventually find small moments that make carrying it a little easier. Go easy on yourselves and on each other, and take care of yourselves. Thank you for being with us.